Welsh actor met the Queen of Hollywood, they became the royal couple of the silver screen. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton first starred together in the movie Cleopatra, at the time the most expensive movie ever made. Their relationship was a complicated one. They were married, divorced, married again and divorced again. It was filled with alcohol, insults, violence and diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. I'm Anton from Eros Jewelry, and today we are going to discuss some of the most fascinating pieces from the Burton-Taylor collection. Pair of Bulgari emerald and diamond ear pendants from 1960. Richard Burton once said, "I introduced Elizabeth to beer and she introduced me to Bulgari." Taylor clearly adored these pendants. She wore them at the Paris premiere of Lawrence of Arabia in 1962. She even wore them to greet Queen Elizabeth in Washington in 1976, and they were part of her costume for the 1963 movie The VIPs. When they went up for an auction in 2011, they sold for more than $3.2 million. The Night of the Iguana brooch by Tiffany from 1964. Elizabeth stayed with Burton in Puerto Vallarta, where he was starring in a movie called The Night of the Iguana. Freshly married and madly in love, to remember this moment, Burton gave Elizabeth this beautiful brooch. The design of the brooch is actually a dolphin. It features a circular cut diamond body with 18-karat gold scales. The eyes of the dolphin are made of cabochon sapphires and the mouth is made of calibre cut emeralds. It was auctioned off at $1.2 million. The Granny necklace by Van Cleef & Arpels. The Granny necklace is a diamond, emerald and gold necklace. It has a detachable diamond lion's face with emerald eyes, holding a detachable diamond double hoop in its mouth. The lion's face could be worn as a brooch. Elizabeth Taylor first married only at 18 and became grandmother at the age of 38. Burton wanted to honor the occasion with this gold and diamond set, which, according to him, made Elizabeth's heart start clicking like a castanet. Auction price $900,000. La Peregrina, a natural pearl necklace with a cultured pearls, diamonds and rubies from the 16th century. Experts were discussing the history of this 16th century pear-shaped pearl for centuries. Apparently, a slave had originally found it in the waters of the Gulf of Panama, and after that it was turned over to the Spanish monarchy. It was then owned by Mary Tudor of England and the Bonapartes of France. This necklace suspends a detachable drop-shaped natural pearl pendant, also called the most perfect pearl in the world. In 1969, it was owned by Taylor when she commissioned Cartier to make a beautiful new mounting. After Elizabeth Taylor's death, the La Peregrina pearl necklace sold for almost $12 million at the 2011 Christie's auction. The Prince of Wales brooch. Elizabeth Taylor and the Duchess of Windsor were old friends, and the two couples would often meet when they were in Paris. When the brooch came up for auction after Wallis' death, Taylor was reportedly very nervous, but surrounded by her kids and family, she won the auction and the beautiful piece was hers for more than $620,000. After Elizabeth's death, it sold for $1.3 million. For more information about the brooch, check our video on the Windsor collection. The Elizabeth Taylor diamond. Formerly known as the Krupp diamond, this beautiful jewel had only one name in the Taylor household: My Baby. Elizabeth Taylor loved wearing the Krupp diamond, and many photographs show its size in relation to her small hand. Its incomparable measurements are 33.19 carats and D-flawless. Taylor loved to ask others to try it on and said, "Inside it, you can see all the colors of the rainbow. It is a Type 2A rectangular cut diamond, chemically pure and offering exceptional transparency, which partly explains why it is of such a great value." She called this exquisite stone her favorite piece and even wore it in some of the films and movies she starred in. It sold for over $8 million and was renamed in her honor the Elizabeth Taylor diamond. The Taylor-Burton diamond, also known as the Cartier diamond or the Cartier-Burton diamond. A stunning pear-cut gem that Elizabeth Taylor first started wearing in a ring, but soon had it added to a necklace that covered a scar from an emergency surgery. The stone is 68 carats and was so valuable that Taylor had a replica made. She often wore the replica in public, while the actual diamond was stored in a safe. It is difficult to estimate its current value, but the diamond was bought in 1978 by an American jeweler for $5 million. Maybe this jewelry was often worn in vain, but it ended up serving a good cause. The Elizabeth Taylor jewelry sold for more than 156 million American dollars. The proceeds from the sale went to the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. And as for the famous romance, Elizabeth Taylor, who was married 8 times, once said, "I was a fool to marry so often. Richard was the only one I really loved and I still care about."